What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 20 of the Hella Average Gamescast. I'm your co-host, Cam, and alongside me today, I've got Carmen. What's happening, buddy?
Not too much, man. Just hanging on my Reese Pants pajamas, trying to have me a good old Wednesday.
Yeah, middle of the week is hump day, baby. We're on the downside. What about you, Jeremy? What you been up to, man?
Work, man.
Yeah, it's been... the holidays are tough. This is the busiest time for us, like we were saying. So it's a pain in the ass.
Especially when you're 2-man down.
Yeah, y'all got it bad.
Oh god, I've only had one day off the last 3 weeks.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
But at least you got video games to help you unwind.
I got no time to play.
Shit. Well, what you been playing? You been playing anything?
Little time I have been playing. I've been devoting to Evil Dead 2, Evil Within 2.
Okay, how do you like that?
I'm mixed on it so far. I really like the first one, and I eagerly jumped into this one. And it's one of those where I like what's going on. They made some improvements to the first game, but there's definitely some growing pains in this as well. Mostly control wise.
Oh, like the controls are tough?
They respond, they work, but there's some ideas for the controls that just make me scratch my head. Like, this game is heavily stealth based, at least early on, because you have very, very limited ammo. You got to sneak up or sneak around enemies, but I can count at least 3 separate times I was, hiding behind cover, and there's an enemy there, and then I, try and get out of cover and sneak by them. That motherfucker runs point blank at them, runs into them, and then they eat me.
So do you is this just like the way it was, I don't know, coded, or the way it was done, or is it user error? Like, what do you think is going on with it?
I think it's the way it is coded. It's poorly implemented controls, is what I should say.
Okay, so that's your biggest complaint of it so far?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they added an open world, which is really cool, and they have some awesome side missions, which I've been doing ever since I got the chance. I love the weapon crafting. I love the weapons. But it's just controls and combat are the 2 biggest issues I have. They gave you a knife like in Resident Evil 4, but it's fucking pointless. If an enemy gets close enough to the point where you need to use a knife, you're already dead. And even if you swing it, the odds are that for some reason the game's going to register as a miss.
That's wild. I didn't think, you'd think a big AAA title like this, especially from Bethesda, you think they would get that down pat.
Well, they are Bugthesda, so. But I haven't had any bugs, so I can say that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Usually their controls are pretty, fairly strong. So I don't know what they were thinking when they did this.
Yeah, like I said, it controls like it's supposed to. It's just stupid control ideas. And
that's crazy.
And bad voice acting.
So, so far what you played of it, is this a good successor, or is the first one going to be the stronger of the 2?
I think the first one so far, I've only played for maybe a couple hours, like 3 or 4. I still think the first one's better. I like the open world aspect, but the first one controlled better, and the combat was a lot better, especially the gunplay. But well, that can always change as I get more into it.
So that's all you've been playing. You didn't finish up Metroid or anything, did you?
I'm actually on the last boss in Metroid.
There we go. Last one, Big Daddy.
But I don't know if I'm ever gonna beat it.
Why?
Jesus fucking Christ! This last boss. Oh.
Is that the one you're on last week, or did you beat that one last week?
No, I actually got to it a couple days ago, and I've tried beating the Queen Metroid probably 10 times, and I can't fucking do it. This game asks impossible tasks of you to beat this bitch. Good lord, I've got every energy tank, almost all the missile upgrades I can get. There's nothing else I can get before this boss fight, and she still kicks my fucking ass. She's too damn hard.
Good scrub.
You just gotta learn that pattern. Learn that pattern, Jeremy.
I've been learning the pattern, but she gets cheap as shit when she releases these energy balls that fill the room, and then decides to make the walls and ceiling and floor, glow lasers. So you have to keep space jumping in the air in between these balls until it just dissipates, and you have half a second to hit her in the mouth with a couple missiles and repeat.
So you're getting frustrated with that?
I'm getting very frustrated with this. I can't use
Are you going to try to finish it, or are you just going to call it a day?
I'm going to try and finish it, but if I can't beat it soon, I'm just going to have to call it a day and just write a review based on that.
Yeah, because you're pretty much done with it. You know what the game is at this point. So that's cool. We got I'm really excited to play the first Evil Within. And now I'm kind of at a point in Destiny where I'm just kind of running like all the milestones once a week, and then I'm playing a little bit of other stuff. So maybe I'll get to jump right in there.
You really do need to play the first one before you get the second one. It relies on your knowledge of the first game.
Okay, I'll do that. So that's all you've been playing?
That's it.
All right, let's move on over to Carmen. What you been playing, buddy?
I've been playing some Destiny 2, but obviously far less. I've been able to scale that back due to being maxed out on a character and not really pushing for the others. I've been playing Resogun a lot. I've been close to beating my high score. It's been taunting me, but I've been disrespecting the RNGesus every time that I play. The game wants me to do it, but I just don't.
Your high score is what, 380?
373 million. Yeah, I got 330 2 days ago on Monday. So that put me ranked 55th for the week.
Wow, there you go.
So I'm trying. I'm probably going to get on that again tonight and put in a few good sessions. But it's draining, dude. Like 30 minutes, 35 minutes of Resogun survival.
I like the game. I just haven't gone back to it since, I don't know, a couple years ago. Whenever
I love
it launched, really. That's the only time I played it. I played it for a while, though.
Yeah, no, I'm still hooked on it. I still can jump in it at any given moment. Played like a few matches of Fortnite, and then that's it. Rocket League. I played a bunch of Rocket League.
You gold yet?
Nope.
Man,
Silver
I thought you'd
1,
be gold by
Division
now,
1.
man. God, come on now.
Come on, stay golden, pony boy.
Yeah, you got to get good. Get good, scrub.
Yeah, that's a game that you do got to get good in.
Yeah, you're right. Now, I was watching some of the. They had a tournament this week, and I watched a couple of some of the team who won. God, those people play it as the level they play is insane.
I mean, even the developer said they never intended the game to be played like this.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like the way that they can like put the ball on their car and flick it, and the way they like go up for it in the air and carry it on their hood when they're flying and shit. Like,
yeah, it's crazy.
Like this next level shit.
That's esports for you. That's the top of the food chain right there.
Yep. I mean, they're gonna go hard on it. Game's gonna be out for a long time.
So you're slowing down that Destiny grind finally, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I still get on every other day. I like playing the game. I think it's fun.
That's what matters. I mean, a lot of everybody. You got people bitching because there's not enough content and doesn't give you a reason to, do the content that's there. But I think it's fun. Like, I'll go out and I'll just do like public events just for the hell of it, or lost sectors or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's kind of where I'm at as well. I like doing the raid. Like, I needed last week. I needed just Callus, and the group invited me, and they were at the beginning. I was like, all right, fuck it, let's go. And then it was one of my best runs. We won and done everything but Callus. That took the same amount of time it took us to do the other 3 sections, which was it was like 30 minutes to get to Callus, 30 minutes to beat Callus, and we were out.
I actually didn't run the raid last week. I just was kind of like, I don't really feel like doing it. I didn't feel like running it last week.
I don't know. I gotta stay fresh because I'm still running into groups that can't get it done. And it's, they don't have experience, or they're just not shooting well, or they don't understand the mechanics. And, I think that these people that haven't finished it, like, they have an uphill struggle, and I've been trying to help them.
See, you're a good man, Carmen. You're a good fucking guy.
I turned a new leaf after the first week of Destiny, too.
What's that?
I really did.
Like being a nice guy?
Just being nice. Well, no, I'm still a dickhead. Like, let's not mistake that. But I've been a lot more patient in the raids. I explain things to people. I've been a good Sherpa, as you would call it. And, I've been trying to help them, and I only get frustrated when people don't listen.
Oh, yeah, I've been in there with you. I know how you get.
It's like, if, I tell you that you need to do this, like, I know what I'm talking about. Like, just, if you shoot your scions across, we'll be okay. You don't shoot your scions, you can go fuck yourself.
Words of wisdom. Carmen, I think we should get you a calendar and every month just have a saying, like Carmen's words of wisdom, and you can do a different pose every month.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think we sell that shit like gangbusters. Like January would be go fuck yourself. December could be like, who the fuck you looking at? Like shit like that.
Oh, I didn't even know I had all these things. These iconic statements.
March would be, have you ever stared into your own asshole? That shit will blow your mind.
Oh, now you're getting a little too kinky.
Yeah, that got me going. Got my motor revved up.
What do you think about Fortnite?
I think Fortnite is fun. I kind of have watched a lot of PUBG streams, so I kind of play it like PUBG. Like, I don't get into the fort building. So I play it like PUBG. I got my sniper rifle out and I'm scoping out the whole map. I'm walking slow. I'm taking my time. But that game fucking gets my heart pumping, dude. Like, out the gate.
Yeah, so we all me and you did. We downloaded the Battle Royale mode. It's free. And, just as an example, today, we got back from lunch at 1 o'clock. And we were like, let's jump on Destiny around the nightfall. And then our buddy Will's over at the house, and he said, let's play a couple games of Battle Royale, or Fortnite. Fucking, 5 o'clock rolled around, we were still playing Fortnite. It's crazy. The game's so addicting.
Yeah, it's super addicting. It's fun. I mean, it plays well.
I really enjoy the art style of it. So obviously this Battle Royale mode is the hotness right now. But what Fortnite brings to the table is the build mechanic, and it's basic. It's just walls or stairs or whatever. But it's cool. Like, you can hunker down in a fortress, or, make stone walls, metal walls, just kind of get you a nice little fortress and hunker down if you want to. I'm digging it. I'm kind of hooked on it. I'm excited to go play some more of it. Jeremy, you should download this one and try it out with us. Yeah, I've been playing that.
Yeah, when exactly would I play it with you?
That's right. You're working so much. Hey, I'm just trying to invite you to be part of my life, buddy.
I want you in my life. Nothing but a burden.
All right, we're putting it on. We're putting it on the menu. You know where it's coming, when it's coming.
I've been playing that, so that's probably been the highlight. I haven't touched Cuphead much. I don't know why. I just kind of been busy, so I haven't really sat down and played it. But I'm definitely going to get more into that. And then I've been playing Destiny. I mean, that's kind of the normal grind. I get on every Tuesday or Wednesday, run the reset, do the weekly milestones. I'm like one mod away from being 305. I got a Titan. My secondary character is up to 290. Just kind of picking away till December. That's when the DLC drops. We'll have more, content there. So giving me a little bit more time to jump into other games. And it also gives me a better chance to pad my Game of the Year list. Playing some, different stuff except for Destiny. So I'm excited about that. But other than that, I haven't played anything. That's been my weekly grind.
I mean, sounds like you've been getting a good amount of gaming in, so.
Yeah, I have. Well, pretty much anytime I'm not doing any kind of work or whatever, doing shit around the apartment, I'm just playing games. That's it.
Nice.
But enough about me. Let's get into the new releases this week. And I want to go ahead and start out and say I apologize, but I did not post the new releases last week on the website.
I can attest that he has been severely flogged.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double them up this week, so they'll be up there if you want to go back and check it out. I apologize. I'm slacking on the job. Jeremy made sure to punish me.
You liked it.
Although I think he liked it more than I did. But we've got some pretty big titles this week, guys.
Yeah.
A long time ago, a little TV show shook the world called South Park. And South Park has had several video games. But their newest one, Fractured But Whole, comes out this week. I love that play on words, Fractured But Whole.
Oh, so good.
This game looks amazing. The first one was really well received, A Stick of Truth. This is it's got RPG elements.
It is an RPG.
It is an RPG, yeah. Turn-based battle. The higher the difficulty, the darker your character is. Just shit like that. I mean, this is South Park has South Park written all over it, and it's looking really good. I know you're pretty excited about it, aren't you, Jeremy?
Oh yeah, I definitely plan to pick this one up. Like I said, I love The Stick of Truth, and I've been waiting for this ever since they said it was going to release 2 years ago. So I was gonna say I hope there's some kind of in-game joke about finally this game came out.
Yeah, I like when they're self-aware like that.
Oh,
are you gonna pick it up, Carm?
Probably not. I like it. I mean, I like South Park, and have seen good things about the games, but I just haven't gotten into them. And the way my schedule is set up, and the games that I currently enjoy playing, I don't plan on putting that in the library.
Yeah, Carmen's averse to fun.
He's not.
Yeah, I just like playing. Fun. I like playing tic-tac-toe and mahjong. A
little bit of Tetris. Yo, have you seen Puyo Puyo Tetris? I want to play that.
I've already, I played both Puyo Puyo and Tetris. Puyo, that's what Tetris Attack was on the SNES. That was a fun-ass game.
I was watching the guys over Giant Bomb stream it, and that shit looked fun as fuck.
Well, you just gotta buy yourself a $300 Switch and you can play it.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Well, no, it's on PS4 also.
Yeah, I think you got to import it, but it's okay.
No, I think it's on the I don't know. It might be on the store. I heard it was released on PS4 and Xbox also.
That'd be a good party game to look into when we do our thing coming up.
Don't give it away.
Hint, hint.
That thing.
Gran Turismo, guys, is out. This is obviously Sony's answer to Forza. It's one of the, top racing games there is. It's coming out this week. It looks beautiful. You played the demo, didn't you, Carmen?
Yeah, I played the fuck out of the demo. The game looks so good. It's crispy. It's a good racing game. True to Gran Turismo fashion. The only thing that is lacking in the game is the amount of cars that they put in it. It's like far less than what they had in any other game that they've released. But, I mean,
that wasn't
like
for the beta. That wasn't for the beta, was it? I mean, did they limit it in the actual full game?
No, the full game is limited as well.
Oh, okay.
To I think only 162 cars, maybe. Don't quote me on the number, but it's not many cars. But it's like, if in Gran Turismo 3, you probably had like 12 versions of the VW Bug. Like, how many of those did you really need?
I was about to say 162 cars is an awful fucking lot.
Well, in comparison to 1,149 in a previous game.
Yeah, but like you said, how many are you actually going to use?
Yeah, like you're going to find the cars that are hot for each class. Like the rally car, you're going to find the best rally car because somebody's going to find an optimized car.
It's quality over quantity.
Yep, that's the way I'm looking at it. I think they're going to do the right thing because it's like in Gran Turismo 3, like I had the Pikes Peak and that fucking car was ridiculous. It had like 1,200 horsepower. I used to just do endurance races with it and just wreck.
But this is a racing game and you kind of you want the biggest car collection you can get because you want to appeal to people. Like so many different people are playing this, and so many different people are invested in automobiles in different ways. Like you want to make sure you can cater to all these individuals. You want to have as many cars as possible.
Yeah, but I think,
but you also want to win your race.
Yeah. Plus, I think 162 cars, someone's gonna find at least one they like.
Okay, I mean I see what you're saying. I just want to
I understand what you're saying. Yeah. There's somebody that likes the fucking one-off Mazda Miata with 3 wheels and 4 hubcaps, like.
Yeah, what if somebody just buys this game to buy one car, pimp it out, and just race with that one car? Like, that's how they get off, and then their car is not in the game,
Well, then they shouldn't have bought it. They should have looked into the library of cars that they were going to provide, and if that wasn't part of the 160-something that they put in, then you just wasted $60.
Yeah, you stupid fucks. What's wrong with you?
Welcome to Horizon.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder how many cars are in Forza? Do we know off the top of our head?
Who cares? They fucked up. That game sucks.
It's still selling pretty well from what I've heard, but of course it's going to sell.
They fucking dropped the ball.
I couldn't tell you one way or another. I haven't played a racing game in years. I couldn't really care less, to be honest with you.
I'm just ragging Microsoft.
That seems to be the going rate nowadays. No, I like Microsoft. They're doing good things. They just need to get some good fucking first-party games, and they'll be good. They suffer from that.
I agree. They're the opposite of Nintendo.
You're absolutely right. Besides that, the only other big release we got of note is WWE 2K18, the newest iteration of the WWE franchise. I mean, if you're a wrestling fan, you're going to pick this up every year. It's just like your Maddens or your FIFAs or whatever. I see a lot on Twitter. They're always adding people and shit, so it looks pretty cool. Not my bag, not my cup of tea.
2K leads that scene, the sports scene. So,
I mean, I used to play the shit out of the wrestling games. Like I think it started on I had NWO, WCW, NWO, or whatever, and then played all the way up to probably I was in high school, and I stopped watching, stopped playing. I don't know anything about.
Fun. I think the games are super fun once you learn the mechanics. But it's it's just what you just have to wear. It's like you wear down people's stamina, and that's it. It's like the UFC games for fighting and that type of shit is better for me.
I was about to ask what you think about the UFC, and then when's the last time we had a good boxing game?
Fight Night.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Fight Night, yeah.
I used to love playing Fight Night, man.
Yeah, Fight Night, and what was it? Fight Night Round 2. I think that's how they did their iterations.
I mean, it'd be good. I mean, I love it. Some people just buy consoles to play these sports games, so and they're good. I mean, generally they're good. They've got a pretty solid formula for their, for each one, and they're, they try to iterate on it each year and make it a little bit better each year. But they're pretty solid, you know. We played some Madden last night. I was playing Madden last night. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, it's just you find like they do it right one year, like they'll do it right, like say in 2013, and then the next 4 games they fuck up something. Like your defense just isn't like you can't get passes off, or the run game is too tough, and all these things. And people can blame that on skill all they want, but I think it's in the game. When you can't complete a deep pass like a 30-yard pass with Tom Brady, there's something wrong.
I mean, it's got to feel good, you know, like you got to I don't think they can only make it so realistic. I feel like sports games might be hard because, you know, it's based off a real life event. So they're basically trying to mimic something that happens in real life. And they're trying, you know.
See, that's why I prefer the zanier ones. Like, that's why NBA Jam was so fun. I really don't care about basketball, but that game was so fucking fun because you can, like, dunk from all the way on the other side of the court, light on fire. I mean, that's the kind of stuff I like right there.
Yeah, the arcade sports games are awesome. They've always shown it, like Blitz.
Yeah, NFL Blitz. Yeah, Midway made some good fucking sports games. See, they need to do more shit like that.
I agree. There's not enough of those. I mean, like Playgrounds is awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
I wish they would do it for every game. I wish they bring back Blitz.
Yeah, make a hockey game or like, you know, like Blades of Steel, or you can get into fights and you're rewarded for it and shit. You know, make it like super violent, like you can take a stick to the back of someone's head.
Have y'all heard about this new golf game that's on the Switch, Golf Story?
Oh, that's an RPG, actually.
Yeah, it's like sweeping. Well, not sweeping, but it is getting a whole lot of hype.
I've heard about it. I don't know much outside of the fact that it's supposed to be an RPG.
Yeah, so what it is an iteration on golf, obviously. And, like, you'll go and you'll talk to people and they'll have you do challenges, but you have to do the challenges with the golf ball. So I don't know, let's say there's a lighthouse and you need to shine the light a certain way. You'll shoot your golf ball and it'll hit the light and swing it around or something like that along those lines.
See, I don't know if I'd like that or not.
It's just, I mean, people are just talking about it like it's the greatest thing since, you know, Horizon.
I wonder if it's actually that good or if people are just talking about it because it's something really stupid. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. It would be something I would definitely be interested to pick up. Just try out.
It's one of those things, I think, where I would probably try it out. I go, this is kind of fun, but, you know, I think people are just hyping it up because it's like that game me and Carmen were talking about that week you were off, that Hatoful Boyfriend that was that dating sim with pigeons. It's so popular because it's so fucking out there and stupid.
Yeah, people like shit like that.
I feel like it's going to fall right in the hype like of Everyone's Golf or whatever this shit is on the PS4 right now. It's like, that was hot. People were talking about that for a week straight.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen one person tweet about playing that game since.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, you had Hot Shots Golf that was like the game, you know, the standard for golf, you know, for a while.
Yeah, it had several iterations. That's kind of gone away.
I mean, it's just, you know, to prove the point that these arcade sports games are people love them. They eat them up. Give us more of them.
I think they're like, though, to say they're eaten up, it's that they're eaten up like in the first week and a half. And that it becomes more of a like a couch co-op, couch party game.
That is,
absolutely.
The hype wears off.
Yeah,
fast.
Yeah, those are definitely the most fun when you're playing with friends. Guess the computer, it's okay, but you really want to just be with your buddies and, you know, lighting balls on fire and, you know, smacking people with sticks and shit.
All the fun stuff that we like to do, you know. But other than that, there's not a whole lot. The new Fire Emblem is coming out, so I don't know how many of those games are around by this point. But yeah, so I will definitely have the entire list. So head over to helloaveragegaming.com under the news tab, and you'll be able to see this week's new releases and last week's new releases. I'll post them up. And again, I apologize for being a slacker. So head over to www.helloaveragegaming.com under the news tabs, ladies and gentlemen. Give us some press, okay? Moving on, we got a few news stories. Nothing's quite breaking the ozone, the sound barrier here, because it's still quiet. I mean, you're leading up to holiday. It's just all about playing video games and not a lot of news, you know. But we'll start out with Pokemon Go. They're doing a Halloween event, and they're finally bringing in their third generation Pokemon. So, I mean, it feels like it took them a while to get to the third generation, huh?
I say what I always say. It's too little, too late. I don't think anyone cares anymore.
They've got to have some type of player base.
No, the player base is still there. It's
just nowhere near it used to be.
Now that I can agree with. Yeah. But, you know, they're doing it like kind of fucking back. Like they do these things like ass backwards. It's like they finally released legendary Pokemon, and then that took forever, and now they're gonna do Gen 3, and then they're gonna end up like dropping. The game's gonna get worn out.
Oh, it's
with this cycle.
Oh yeah, I say it's already wearing out. That fan base drops every week. I guarantee it. There's always going to be a small diehard fan base, but they've already lost the vast majority to the point where I don't even know if it's worth even making anything for this anymore.
They need to look into making like a PvE type events, where then you have a reason to play, but you don't have to like worry about like some guy who's caught like 10 of the same things and only kept the perfect ones and only did this and only did that. Like, give us some achievements where you have to like you go play the game, and then they, after you do a certain amount of tasks, then it spawns a gym, or it spawns a rare Pokemon, a shiny Pokemon, or something along those lines. Instead of, because if Pikachu spawns, then me, you, your mom, your two sisters, and your dad can all go get it. But, like, make it to where, like, I have to earn these tasks. Like, you earn so many points that will allot you a rare Pokemon to spawn with the opportunity to, like, battle it in a gym and then catch it.
Yeah, like a reward system.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Instead of it just randomly popping up.
Yeah, that would work better in the sense. So you do have to play, you do have to go walk, you have to go do all these things. But you don't have to, like, go fight for this gym for fucking 3 hours and then walk away with nothing in hopes that your Pokemon stays there long enough to collect a reward on it.
No, I know when I went to the beach, back when Pokemon Go launched, like everybody, let's say at Broadway, everybody was walking around catching Pokemon, flicking their screen. I didn't see that this time, so I can definitely tell it's falling. Did you pay attention to anything when you were there at the beach? Did you see anybody playing while you were there, Carmen?
I didn't see a soul playing Pokemon Go.
And that's crazy. Yeah. Because, like, Broadway at the beach in Myrtle Beach, it's got, like, God, I don't know, 18 Pokestops. It's ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying. You don't see anyone doing this anymore. I don't even see people talking about it online.
Yeah, I mean, so you're right. The player base still has to be there, but it's definitely dwindling, and I don't see any longevity here, No. I mean, I do. I mean, I guess you can, for it to last this long, it still blows me away, but...
Yeah, but it's coming to an abrupt halt soon.
Yeah, it's on life support, if you ask me.
But, like, why do they take this long to introduce Gen 3? Like,
see, why don't you go ahead and... have to introduce them you didn't have to go fast. You didn't have to have 5 gens of Pokemon out. You just needed to have the whole first library. Do an event, and do an event properly for legendaries. Release the legendaries. A month later, release Gen 2. Let that live out its cycle. They could do a lot of things. Like, the Pokedex is pretty big. If you talk about Gen 1 and Gen 2, there's like 300, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's
roughly 300.
Yeah, let's say it doubled, so 300.
So you introduce 75, or you introduce a third of the Pokemon in the first month. Then you do another release where you introduce the second set, and then the third set, and you don't limit it. Like, you just let them be out there. Legendary Pokemon trigger an event, and all these different things. They can, just slowly leak them into the game. Instead, they're like, well, we got to get the whole generation in. And then which ones are we going to exclude that we're going to make them work for? And, like, they do it all wrong.
So I think that they were expecting this to last a lot longer than they thought. And that's why they didn't include that many Pokemon to begin with. They were wanting to spread this out over years and years. And, of course, they didn't expect that it was going to fade out within a couple of months.
Yeah, and they did this, and they made a fuck ton of money. Like, they could shut the game down today, say we're going to retool Pokemon Go, we're going to make Pokemon Go 2. The same hype would happen again, they'd make a fuck ton of money, and then they could rinse and repeat, and people will be sucked right into that.
That's, honestly, I agree with that. If they just abandon Pokemon Go as it is, and just release Pokemon Go 2, but make it good, with battles, and you can trade and all that shit, and like do all the tweaks you were talking about, they could reignite that fire in people's bellies and get back into this. Like I said,
people would play.
They're beating a dead horse at this point.
Totally agree.
If Pokemon Go 2 came out tomorrow, I would do what I used to do. Get in my car every night, go hunt Pokeballs, and go stand in a graveyard and fucking play.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we found this little run that ended at a graveyard. There were 3 Pokestops in the graveyard. And the first night we played, there was like 18 people in that graveyard. It was ridiculous. So,
wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was a phenomenon. Like this was a phenomenon. Like when VH1s, I love the 2010s or whatever. This is going to be part of it, you know.
Yep, gonna be in there talking about how people got hit by cars trying to catch Pikachu and shit.
Stupid.
Yep. And speaking of stupid, I guess in the Gen 3 there's 2 legendaries. They're male and female. Ladio and Ladia. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. I'm not familiar with them. I didn't play Gen 3 Pokemon. But they put the male character as 100% female, and they put the female character as 100% male.
What in the world? What's the point?
Good job. And it's obviously easily distinguishable because one ends with an O and one ends with an A.
Ah, I got you.
But they fucked up. So they'll probably fix it. It's probably just a little snafu, but still, I thought that was kind of funny.
I think we can go ahead and move on. We've talked enough about Niantic and Pokemon. I don't need to talk about any more Jigglypuffs. But
I love them.
Y'all heard of this little game called Dragon Ball Fighter Z?
What's a Dragon Ball?
Yeah. Well, apparently there's this anime, which is some kind of cartoon from Japan, and it's coming. There's a game coming over, and I don't know. I hear it's pretty lame. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Look, they just announced Nappa and Captain Ginyu for the DBZ roster.
Oh. I'm always happy to see more characters, man.
Yeah, like I said, Jeremy. This gonna have every character that's ever been drawn by the time those rosters done.
I think they're currently up to 16 characters so far, which is not bad. And there'll be more.
I feel like there's a lot more though that they've announced.
Well, there'll be plenty.
Well, if you want to count Chaozu as a second character and 17 as a second character, they're just assists.
No, but I feel like, we've brought up this roster a few times, and it's like we've rattled them off, and for you to say there's only 16, which I do believe you.
Yeah.
It's hard to think that we've had so many conversations about it, and we're only at 16.
Well, they always release 2 characters at a time, it seems. But I kind of like that,
We can't. I wonder, is it going to be iterations like Goku, Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku?
I don't think
God,
it is.
Super Saiyan Goku.
No, because Goku counts as one character, and I think every time you play as him, he's always in Super Saiyan form. His ultimate is Super Saiyan 3. I can't remember if Super Saiyan Blue is its own character or not. I think it is. So that would actually bring up the roster to 18 then, because I think him and Vegeta as Super Saiyan Blue are their own characters.
Either way, they're going to milk. I mean, they'll probably drop this. I would say they'll drop this roster. Let's go with a good number, about 30, and then through DLCs and whatever, they'll probably do a season pass. You'll probably get a double that size. So let's call it a 60-person roster by the time this game's done.
I doubt it'll be double. Knowing Arc System works, they do DLC characters, but they'll probably add maybe another 10 at most.
Okay, so you think you're going to be a little bit more conservative with your number then?
Yeah, they do love their DLC, but they mostly do color palettes and voices and shit. Character-wise, they actually take time to make their characters unique and distinct. Like Guilty Gear, every time they do DLC characters, you only get maybe 4 max until they release a new iteration where they add 6 more characters and so forth.
I really am super excited for this game. I've been thinking about it, watching trailers for it. I can't wait.
Just hook it up to my veins already.
So is there a character that hasn't been announced that you want to see?
I want to see Beerus and I want to see Broly. And if possible, I want Jiren to be in there. At least as a DLC character or something.
Definitely Jiren or Hit. I don't think they've announced Hit.
Oh, yeah, Hit would be awesome.
These new characters they've made for what you call it, Super?
Oh, they're awesome.
There's some cool characters here, man. I really like these characters they're building.
I'd also like to see Caulifla in there. Female Super Saiyan.
Yeah, I didn't really care for her. But see, I haven't watched her arc. I've just seen bits and pieces of it, so
I like her.
I don't know a whole lot about her.
I like her. She's like Universe 6's Goku. She loves to fight. In fact, when she fights Goku, she starts talking shit to him. He goes Super Saiyan Blue, and she just learned Super Saiyan 2, and she's just like, show me how to transform into Super Saiyan Blue, and as your reward, I'll kick your shit out of you for it.
That's awesome.
I love that.
Can't wait to get to that.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
Spoiler alert, but I hear that Goku got his ass handed to him.
He did, man. He was able to fight back later on, but man, he got stomped by Jiren.
All right. Let's not go any further than that. But I hate when Goku loses. He's my dude.
He didn't lose. He just got the shit kicked out of him.
I got you.
He's still in it.
You know what's funny is that I've always liked the Ginyu Force just because they bring so much comedy to for the game. I mean, their poses are hilarious.
I love their poses.
I mean, it's such a good comedic factor. And I mean, they're bad. Captain Ginyu is a badass. So is Nappa.
I would love it too. If they're going to add at least one more Ginyu Force member, I want Rikku in there.
Oh yeah, Raccoon. He's a big dumb dude, and I like that archetype. You know.
Oh yeah.
Plus, I used Raccoon Kick on Xenoverse. It was like one of my main moves.
I use a Ultra Fighting Bomber for a while. Yeah.
The game's going to be... I don't know how they can fuck this game up at this point.
It's going to be amazing. I honestly, I predict like 9s and 9.5s when it comes out.
I wouldn't be scared to agree with that. What about you, Con?
I think the game's going to be killer. You know what character I want. I want real Chaozu.
You want to fight as Chaozu.
But if I had to pick another character, it would probably be Whis, because
Whis is cool.
I just think he's fucking awesome.
I bet you too. I bet you my bottom dollar, Mr. Satan's going to be in the game. He's going to be their joke character.
What's his Dan Hibiki or Hikiki
or
whatever?
Yeah, from Street Fighter.
I'm excited. We'll get it's going to be one of the better fighting games if it lives up to this hype. So we'll keep you updated with the rosters as soon as it drops. Every time we see it, we talk about it.
Yeah, we blow up the group chat and the quickness.
Y'all know about Cuphead, right? Y'all probably heard about this game, haven't you?
No, it's not that we haven't talked about it already.
No, maybe like once or twice. I forget, you know.
Maybe 3 times.
It sold over 1 million copies in a week. That is insane. Now, to be fair, you got the waters are kind of set for Microsoft, and I don't want to take away from Cuphead, but Microsoft has nothing else right now, so it doesn't have any competition. It is unique, and it's been built. So much hype has been built behind it that I kind of expected this. I'm not going to say it's. I mean, it's not. I'm not taking any credit away from it, but you know, it's basically the only show in town at this point.
I absolutely agree with you. That was that same argument I was making whenever like people talk about how good Breath of the Wild did on Switch. I'm like, well, it's the only game the Switch had, you know. But I'm just happy to see a good game getting good sales, especially something that's actually original and creative, like Cuphead.
Well, yeah, this game has that in spades.
Yes.
I mean, this game is from now on when I think of original games, like Cuphead is going to be that game.
Yeah,
you know?
I think Cuphead is like the new Shovel Knight, in my opinion.
Okay, I can see that.
That indie darling with the fantastic soundtrack and art style. You know, the only thing that's sad about it is it's only on Xbox.
Yeah, and I have a feeling now Microsoft, I think, did throw some money at it to help fund it, but they didn't buy the company or anything. So hopefully the development company might try to get it over to Sony side. This would also. I can't tell you off the top of my head. I would look it up real quick. But this would also be a perfect game for the Switch.
Oh, I was just thinking that. Absolutely. Like any platform that can get it would be great.
It's like I said, I haven't been playing it lately, but I can't stop thinking about it. Like I talk about it, I watch streams of it. It's Studio MDHR Entertainment. It's the developer.
It's not Microsoft. So Microsoft didn't publish the game for.
No, they didn't. Now the only thing they did, I know they threw money towards Studio MDHR.
See, this could be like a Bayonetta 2 situation where, like, Bayonetta 2 was made by Sega, but Nintendo paid to have it made, so they technically own it.
Yeah, absolutely. So hopefully, if they keep it open, we'll get Cuphead on the PlayStation or Switch maybe next year or something. That'd be awesome.
I'd love it.
If I was that developer, I'd try to get it in as many people's hands as possible. It's selling over 1 million copies in a week on one console.
Imagine if that thing was actually released on, like, the PS4. You know, that thing
it'd be gangbusters.
Yes.
But the game's amazing, and I can't, iterate enough to go buy this game. It's $20, and it's and honestly, as far as indies go, it could be one of the best indie games ever made. And as far as just games in general, it's a damn good game. It holds up with, the best of them. So go get it. Go play it. Support them. It's awesome. We got to backtrack a minute. We got to go back to Gran Turismo. I forgot something.
Oh, I know what you forgot.
There was a $46,000 bundle that came out for this game.
Oh my god!
It's crazy. Like and it got bought. That's the whole crazy part. It got bought.
I know. That's what's so odd. I've seen other companies do these like ridiculously stupid, expensive limited editions for their games. Like I think Dying Light had one where you could get like an actual like zombie-proof bunker loaded with supplies and shit. What was it? Saints Row 4 for $1 million. You could get the presidential package, which had like a Lamborghini and like a 7-day cruise and all this other bullshit. But no one buys these. They're kind of like just gags. The fact that someone actually paid $46,000, basically they bought a car that came with a free copy of Gran Turismo.
All right, so here's what the whole thing came in, and it's not $46,000 worth, but I mean, you did get a good amount of stuff. So here's what you got. You obviously got the game. You got 12 months of PlayStation Plus. You got a PS4 Pro console, a PlayStation VR kit, the racing wheel and pedal set, and a chair to go with it. So this looks like a whole setup. It's almost like something you've seen in an arcade. You get a 65-inch Sony 4K HDR TV and a 2018 Mazda MX-5. And it's a red Gran Turismo themed Mazda Miata, basically. So that's everything you get for $46,000.
Could have been a cooler car though.
Yeah, I mean, if you go look it up online, you can go check it out, and I mean, it's not that cool looking.
Yeah, but the cooler car means higher price tag. Like they can't give you the McLaren for $46,000.
I mean, so you probably paid $6,000 for everything but the car, the TV, the Pro, all that stuff, and then the car was $40,000, basically. Crazy.
Yeah, nobody really wants to play on that big of a television. Like, if you're going to play it competitively, if you pay that much money, you should probably be pretty good at the game. I'm sure you're playing on a very small monitor.
Yeah, but and then you have that whole racing setup. Are you really going to put that in your house? Like, it's like a whole rig. Andrew says he's going to put it in his house.
He's got to get a house.
Oh! Get him, Jeremy!
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty bonkers. We had to cover that because that's insane to me. But like we said, it sold, so no shocker there. All right,
Skrilla.
Last thing on our little news roundup we got here. IGN bought Humble Bundle. This was out of left field. I don't think anybody really expected this.
No, I didn't.
And I still don't know why. Like, I don't understand what the point is.
They want control. That's my best guess.
So for those of you who don't know, Humble Bundle is basically a digital storefront. I mean, you go there and you can buy bundles that are kind of set. It's like set by the purchaser. It's like that's how much, like the average of what people pay. And it's games that are bundled together. And I guess IGN wanted to scoop it up for whatever reason. I don't know.
I mean, well, you got to know, Humble Bundle, a lot of the money goes to charities, so.
So I've never used it. I've never bought anything from them. So, I see a lot of their stuff on Twitter.
No, this, it could be a strategic move for the bottom line in the end. But, it's another good look for IGN.
I don't think anyone's...
to say that they have it.
Yeah, I think that's what they thought, but the public reaction has not been positive, to say the least.
No, like, my true reaction, like, if I, express my opinion, is I think it was a pretty dumb move.
Oh, I agree.
It was good for the people who created the Humble Bundle.
Mm-hmm.
It was very good for them. But overall, I don't think it was smart.
No.
Do either of you know how much they purchased it for?
No.
I'm going to check that out now because I'm very interested to see what kind of money they put out on it.
Yeah, because like you were saying, like I didn't know IGN rolled this deep.
I didn't either, yeah. Like I didn't know they had this kind of, capital laying around. I guess they have to. They're probably the biggest video game company,
Yeah, biggest reporting company, I would say, for sure.
I don't know, it's also something about a gaming journalist, quote-unquote, website buying up a digital storefront for video games. Just, I don't know, strikes me as something fishy.
They're probably going to do some kind of like hot IGN bundles, or they're just going to try to get the jump on other websites because now they can sell games too, I would think. We'll see. I mean,
said, like they can do like the IGN top 10 10s or whatever, like all the games they gave 10s, and they're going to bundle all those up.
I mean, they there's no telling what
they can do all kinds of shit.
I can't find a number.
It's probably not listed. They're probably not going to release that.
What, a few million maybe?
Yeah, probably. Anything less than then, I would say IGN, fuck them.
Here's $100,000. Just let me have your shit.
I'm going to buy the I'm going to just give you a donation for the whole Humble Bundle.
I'm anxious to see what comes of it. It's a dumb move. But I don't, we'll see. Maybe it just works out for them and they ball from this. We'll see. We'll keep you updated. Don't worry. Hill Average Gaming is here for you. So let's move on. We got a couple of topics, okay, guys? There's been a whole lot of buzz lately about loot boxes, pay to win. Battlefront is 2 is allegedly going to be pay to win. Shadow of War, although some people are saying it's not, it seems to have that element. It's not purely cosmetic, I don't think.
Well, I've heard you can actually get through the game without having to spend a penny on loot boxes, but the fact that they're still in there, it's a bitch.
So here's the question that Jeremy proposed: is loot boxes a form of gambling? I mean, because you're basically pulling, in my mind, you're pulling a virtual slot machine. It's just a random number generator to tell you what you're going to get, and you're paying money for it.
In my opinion, I think it has the essence of gambling in it, but it's not technically gambling, as much as I fucking hate loot boxes. Because when you put money in a slot machine and you pull the trigger, there's no guarantee you're going to get anything. Loot boxes, you're going to get something. It might not be good, it may not be what you want, but you're going to actually get something. I see it more like those gumball machines you see at like grocery stores, where you can put in 25 cents and try and get a toy out of there. You're not guaranteed you're going to get that sticky hand. You might get the little ladybug sticker, but you're still going to get something out of it.
What's your thoughts on it, Carm?
Well, we'll just go to the word gamble. I pulled the definition. So the top 2 definitions for gambling, or gamble, is to play games for a chance for money or bet. And then the other one is to take a risky action in the hope of a desired result. Which I don't think if you can get the box for free, like in Overwatch, how you just play, you get a box every time you level up. I don't think that you're not taking any risk in that situation, and you're just getting what you get. In the sense that if you have to pay for your loot box, like to unlock it or whatever, $1 or $2, I think that you're investing your money into this in hopes of getting something, but the chances aren't there. In the States, they don't give you the odds.
Well, like I said, you're still getting something out of it. You're guaranteed something. It just might not be what you want.
Yeah, you're guaranteed something, just not necessarily what you expect.
Yeah, you're not guaranteed that legendary weapon. You might just get a common, but you do get something out of it.
But in the sense for pay to win, in most of these games, the playing field is actually pretty level. Like Rocket League, you can get a DLC car out of the crate. It doesn't really help you that much. You don't see that big of a difference. In Star Wars, I don't see that necessarily being a problem either. The balancing for PvP should be pretty well. The DLC characters shouldn't trump.
I've heard the exact opposite, because a lot of the loot crates in the new Star Wars are for parts which you need to buy, which you need to build guns, and it takes forever to get parts just playing the game.
Oh, see, well, that's why I said should.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be pay to win in the new Star Wars, unless they fix something.
Yeah, I heard that Battlefront is pretty like a very atrocious offender of this right now. So the way I look at it is, if it's anything other than purely cosmetic, I mean purely cosmetic. I don't care if it even gives you a stat of 1 HP. It's changing the game. It means that you're getting something better than the person who didn't get that has. So if you have to buy the loot crates, then yes, I think it's a form of gambling, obviously. But in most games, even if it is super hard to grind it out, you can buy these with in-game currency. So I don't think that's you're not putting any risk or money on the table,
See, as much as I hate to admit it, I'd rather just go back to the old days where you could just actually purchase the in-game shit as DLC. It's still shitty, but at least I know when I'm putting down that $2, I'm getting that actual weapon I want, instead of taking a gamble on maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't.
Yeah, I kind of like that too. I don't necessarily like the chances of, I might not get this. I hate, it's nice in a game like Destiny where you're trying to get loot, but if it's something that you're paying for and, I want this skin that gives me plus 25 damage reduction, at some point it makes the game lopsided.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at the loot boxes, you can say the same thing about random drops in games.
Yeah, but
like you run an event, you might not get anything.
Yeah, but you're not paying for those RNGs.
And also, I mean, this is stuff that you're paying for that's not in the game. Like, this stuff doesn't just drop in the game. The only way to get it is through loot boxes. In some cases. Not in every case, but in some cases.
But do you need the weapon to beat the game, or do you need the weapon to be successful in PvP?
No, you probably don't. But the thing is you get I mean, obviously you get a plus. You become. I mean, plenty of people want to wallet warrior their way to the end and just be gods and screw everybody. I mean, some people get off like that. There's going to be
some free to play player that comes in and takes their title.
Oh yeah, it's possible. Don't get me wrong. I know that there's like outliers here, but I just think like the system is flawed. Gambling, I don't know if you want to call it gambling, but the system is flawed in general.
I think we'd all agree on that.
I guess by definition, because Carmen, you said it's putting a wrist in hope of a hope of a desired result. A desired result. Yeah, so by the very basic definition, if you pay for loot boxes, then it is gambling.
Because you're hoping that your $2 is going to pay off and get you this emote that you want or these things.
Yeah, and when it doesn't,
you could just put it in a store. Like, what's it really worth to you?
True. I mean, like, think about like Steam. Like, people are paying like $45 for a jumpsuit in PUBG. They're not buying a loot box. They're actually buying these things. Maybe games could make more money if they put some kind of storefront and say, well, here's the price of this, here's the price of that.
It would be a lot less dishonest, at the very least.
I'd rather go back, pay, let's say, $10 or $15 more for the base game, and just have everything in the game. Everything.
Well, they do that now with your pre-order shit and season passes. Of course, those are like $30.
Then they still there's still shit that's not included, in the long run.
Unless you're smart and you wait for the complete edition a year later.
That's about what you have to do nowadays.
But that's a gamble as well. Is it ever going to happen?
If certain companies, it's going to happen. Capcom's going to do a complete Marvel vs. Capcom later on, and Warner Bros. is going to do a complete Injustice 2 later on.
Yeah, fucking Activision is the worst. They're atrocious with shit like that.
They are garbage.
The thing is that the system is flawed beyond belief, and no game should be pay to play, in my opinion. I don't think you should be able to buy something that makes you better than somebody else.
Yeah, I agree. We need to go back to the old days where you just bought the game and that was it. You got everything you needed right then and there.
Unfortunately, Jeremy, that's never going to happen.
I know.
I don't think we'll ever go back to a time like that. Yeah, no,
the model is not leaving the scene.
No.
Even slightly.
No.
Because I just heard, and I just briefly read over the article, but I think it was, I don't know if it was Blizzard. Anyway, one of the companies made over $3 billion just off loot boxes last year. You think they're going to let $3 billion go? Fuck no.
That's why you're seeing expanded into everything. Like I can understand, I don't like it, but I can understand them being in like competitive online shooters like Overwatch and Call of Duty and shit. But there's no reason for it to be in games like Shadow of Mordor.
I agree. I totally agree. It's just a shitty situation. Is it gambling? Technically, yes. Yes, it is. Is it shitty? Absolutely. But we talked about it before. We don't ad nauseum. We don't need to keep going into it. But, we're going to be talking about when all these new games release. And, apparently, like I said, Battlefront seems to be really bad about this. So we'll see. We'll see when the game releases what happens. The last thing that we're going to talk about, guys, and this is kind of a good topic to kind of segue off that, but Carmen, have you ever cheated in the game?
Yeah. I've fucking cheated all the time in games.
Yeah, I have too. Jeremy, you ever cheated?
Dude, I have a game genie. What do you think? I have a game shark with the code book.
The thing is people have been cheating since games have been around. They've been trying to find backdoors and do shit with them.
I mean, developers put cheat codes in games.
There's people suing cheaters now.
That's just bullshit. Bullshit.
How fucking ignorant.
I'm gonna start a business where I just sell a butthurt salve.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I know we're in an age of online, and if you cheat now, it can give you an edge or whatever it might be. But you can ban these people. They don't ever have to play your game again.
I thought that's what they were just doing. I know Blizzard's doing that with Overwatch.
Who is doing the which company is it?
It's Epic.
It's Epic. Okay, so Epic Games is doing it. I guess for cheating in Fortnite and Battle Royale mode, or just okay.
Yeah, no, cheating in Battle Royale.
And that's a free game. That is a free add-on to their game. Standalone, but it's still an add-on. But how are you going to sue somebody for cheating? Like this blows my mind. Like, I mean, this is almost I would think it was a trick, a jokes article, but it's not. It's real.
I mean, if you cheat on an online game, you're a dick. That's it. You can't sue someone for being a dick. Like I said, just ban them. Just fucking ban their asses.
And I'm not a lawyer, but what do you sue them for?
Approach.
Yeah.
What do you sue them for? Like, I mean, what's the grounds? What are you going to get from them? It's probably Joe Schmo down the street who makes, a normal salary like every other American. What are you going to take from him?
This whole thing reminds me of a Jerry Seinfeld skit from back in the day, or like a kids' court, where they're sitting there. They take like these childhood, schoolyard complaints, and they do them like an actual, court. Like, I called the front seat, Your Honor. He called it, back when they were in the house and so forth. Is this true? Yes. No. In favor of the plaintiff. I mean, you're basically now getting into like kiddie crap. Well, he cheated. Well, let's take him to court. Did you in fact cheat? Are your pants in fact, sir, on fire because you are a liar?
Yeah, I think it just is that they don't want to hurt the environment that they're trying to create. Kind of like how Sony is against the crossplay shit. This kind of falls in that kind of realm. Like, they don't want you to not enjoy your game. It's like if you get on your PS3 and you jump on like the original Modern Warfare, you can't even play the game. It's been hacked so hard.
And that's been that way for a while. We did that. We hopped on a long time ago and saw how bad people are just, they got like super high jumps. They're getting on top of like the highest buildings and shit. It's just crazy what they've done.
Or they're just playing as like that missile that falls from the sky, whatever it is. Like they're just playing as a super the whole game. So it's, in these situations, they want to try to protect their assets. But it's just as easy for them to say, you know what? Your PSN is banned. Your Steam ID is banned. Your IP is banned. Everything about you is banned. And, they could just shut them down.
And worst comes to worse, you can always just play with people you know. People who aren't going to cheat.
Yeah, but you can't control that like in Fortnite Battle Royale because it's 100 random people. You can only, you can either queue up as yourself or as a double. And maybe as a foursome. So
that's something that the developers should look into, though. It's just you should be able to create is there a way to create your own lobby and whatnot?
No.
They
not currently.
They should look into
But
that.
even still then, do you have 100 friends on PSN?
Yes. I have many friends.
I know all of them. I have friends.
I have many friends.
But it's like, I have a bunch of people in Destiny and that all play, that are constantly on, but I would only hit up maybe 3 of them.
See, this is why I don't go in for these massive online only games.
Well, I love them. I mean, in general, I just love the shit out of them. That's kind of my type of game.
Yeah, but that's
definitely
that's one of the pitfalls you face with it.
Yeah,
so you're going to be frustrated when somebody cheats and shoots you through fucking 7 buildings across the map, and you have to watch that kill cam. But how much does it really bother you?
I mean, I don't get it.
If it's a competition or a esport and you're that good and the person that beat you cheated, they're going to get banned. You're going to get a redo.
Yeah, I can understand them. Like I said, if this was like an actual competition and people were cheating and winning, I could understand suing at that point because these competitions actually have money involved. But just on a daily basis of just playing this free game, yeah, fuck off.
I think that this is ignorant and you need to stop, and Epic's a piece of shit for doing it. So, there's my 2 cents on it.
It's another notch in the Epic shitstorm.
Yeah, for real. Oh, Epic. We were just talking about that last night, how we're talking about the whole blue hole talking shit about PUBG and that being, or about Battle Royale, Fortnite Battle Royale, and how all I did was just give them free press. That's all that was. That's crazy to me. Yeah, but the game's fucking fun.
Yeah, the game's fun. The competition is high. Just a quick little thing. H1Z1's starting a pro league, so people got to pick up their pant legs and run through the damn water and get it done. Like, this game needs to get done and needs to be released. And you got to stop fucking around, and you better watch out because Fortnite might take your thunder.
I can't wait for next year because I think we're going to get a whole lot of these Battle Royale games. And it's a really fun, I mean, the mode is really cool, right? So I'm hoping that we get a super awesome fucking game on the PS4 console.
I just hope
maybe not PUBG, but something, just a Battle Royale. Bethesda can make a Battle Royale mode. You know what I mean? I don't care who it is.
I'm just
PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Let's get it.
I'm just hoping we get a finished game of this type at some time in the next 10 years.
Yeah, I'd pay $60 if it's a fully worked game.
Because as much as I think Fortnite is a better game, I think it's going to go the PUBG route and just never be actually complete.
It's got to get completed at some point. It has to.
Not if people keep throwing money at it.
All right. Well, I think that's enough for today. I'm getting kind of depressed talking about all this stupid shit.
Welcome to welcome to society.
Quick note. I heard about this from I think I was listening to Giant Bomb. We reviewed Lawbreakers. That game's about dead. I think that they topped it like 15 or 20 players.
I knew it wasn't gonna last. It's so generic.
Yeah, and what the bad part is it is a fine game. Like, the game is good. It just got outclassed. There's no way to put it.
Did you really think anyone was going to jump ship from Overwatch to fucking Lawbreakers?
No, but I could see this being a something like a palate cleanser. Like, you've already played a shit ton of Destiny. Let's switch over, play a couple games of Lawbreakers, go to bed.
It got Battleborned.
Unfortunately, it did. So this game's all but dead in the water. I just wanted to mention that because I was kind of sad because I really enjoyed the game.
Yeah, the game was real. Like, them motherfuckers will fuck you up. Yeah, well, that's what happens. Shooters are a dime a dozen. You either get it right or you don't.
That's all I got. Y'all got anything else?
I got nothing else, man.
Another episode in the books. Make sure to go check out Antiquity. Our new episode is about Pac-Man. So if you haven't checked it out, please do. Jeremy does a fantastic job over there, and it's short. These are just short history lessons, 5 to 8, 10 minutes. So go check them out, support us, like, subscribe, all that good jazz. We're on, pretty much every podcasting directory there is. So if y'all got nothing else, I think, Carmen, you can tell them where to find us.
You can check us out on our own website, www.hellaaveragegaming.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on SoundCloud, Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play if you feel compelled. Throw us some money on Patreon. All these links you'll be able to find in the description below. And on that note, stay hella average.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.